Hey guys, it's Duchess. So today I am really excited for a multitude of reasons. The first being I tried out a lot of really new things in this build. I haven't really explored all the tips and tricks in terms of building cool things in Minecraft. And today was the first time that I actually tried really interesting things, and so I'm really excited to show that because it took me forever to accomplish. I looked up so many videos, so many pictures, I did a lot of research, and so it took me a while, but I achieved what I wanted, and so I'm really excited about that. The second is because if you follow my Twitter, you know that this weekend is my birthday. On Saturday, November 21st, which is tomorrow, I'll be turning 20 years old, which is exciting. Actually, I have a funny story about that. I was playing Among Us the other day, and I have a personal rule that I don't friend anybody on Discord if they're under the legal age of adult. So I don't friend anybody that is under 18, simply because I am over 18. And so I was playing in this one lobby for a while, and one of the guys in the lobby had asked for my Discord, and like I said, I have a personal rule, so I just asked, like, if you don't mind, can you just like tell me how old you are? And he said that he was 16, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't friend anybody that, or not 16, he was 17, but either way, I was like, I'm sorry, I don't friend anybody that is under the age of 18. And then he was like, wait, how old are you? And I was like, I'm turning 20 this weekend. And he was like, happy birthday, but yeah, you're right, I don't want any grannies on my Discord. And it was really funny, but it was also kind of sad because I'm only like 3 years older than him, and he still called me a granny. And I know 20, I joke about how old I am, especially since all of my friends are a year younger than me. Like I turned 20 this year, and they all turned 19 this year, and so even though we're in the same year at college, and so I always joke around that I'm old, but then I was like, oh no, wait, am I actually old now? I know that like 20 years old isn't that old, but it was just really funny. But yeah, so it's my birthday weekend, and so I decided that I was going to release 2 videos instead of just one. One is obviously today, it's this Minecraft video, and then I'll be releasing a video tomorrow on my birthday, and it will be a Sims 4 video. And the way that these videos are going to work is I start out by creating myself in each of the mediums for the game. So in Minecraft, I'm on minecraftskins.com, and I'm making my own skin. And then in my Sims 4 video, I will be building my Sim self in Kaz, and then the second part of the video is building my house. And so I'm really excited because I really like building tiny homes, and so I built a tiny house for myself in The Sims, and then I really like building modern homes, and I built a modern home for myself here, and I did a whole bunch of really cool things in my opinion. So that is what we are going to be doing today. The video is kind of already well under its way. As you can see here, I have the style that I wanted to go for is more of my own personal style. So I did a plaid pink high-waisted skirt with suspenders with a white shirt underneath, and then I just did white flats, and then I'm gonna add some socks a little later on. I thought this was cool. It's a bit funky because I wanted the skirt to be high-waisted and the shirt to be tucked into it. So what I did was I painted the skirt on the outer layer, and I painted the shirt on the body layer, so it makes it look like the skirt is above the shirt. But I also did the sleeves on the outer layer because I thought it'd be cute if they looked puffy. I also did the base of my hair on the body layer, and then I did the top part on the outer layer. I really like this concept because you get to play around with the different dimensions. Even though there's only 2, it can make some really cool looking stuff. So what I did was I did the shoes, the skirt, and then part of my hair on the outer layer, and everything else I did on the body layer. The hair is a little funky because I like having my hair in double puffs, but you can't really show like natural hair textures in the Minecraft skins. So I still did 2 puffs, but I also did like a long piece on the side because I didn't want to look like I had like no hair at all. But I did the long hair piece, and then I did the 2 puffs on the outer layer, and then on the body layer, I did some pink strips in 2 different shades, one in a light pink, one in a darker pink. The reason why I did that is because I like to wear colorful scrunchies. I have about 30 different colored scrunchies, satin scrunchies, which are better for your hair. But because of how many blocks the head is, they're right next to each other. So it looks kind of weird. It looks like I'm wearing like a helmet of some sort, but they're just scrunchies. I just thought it would be cute. I wish, because I know that there's 2 different body types. I think there's like slim, and then there's like the standard one, and I usually do the slimmer one, because the standard just looks too chunky for my taste. But I wish that at least if the head was just 1 square bigger, that would just solve the entire problem. But it's okay. I think it still looks good. Just a little bit awkward, but it looks really cute and I really love it, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so once I finished with the skin, I downloaded it onto my Minecraft, and then I started on the house. Like I said, I decided to do this house in a modern style. The reason why I went with that is because it's really hard for me to build like suburban looking houses in Minecraft, considering that you only have blocks to build things with. There's not a lot of variety in terms of building style, because that's the whole point of the aesthetic, is to just be squares to be blocks. And so I've built like a village before, and it's really difficult to get those like regular suburban looking roofs. They can end up looking really funky if you do it wrong, and it just takes a long time. You end up using a lot of blocks, and you can make it look good, but it's just really chunky looking. And so I wanted to explore doing a modern style house in Minecraft, which ended up being such a good style, considering how, usually when you do modern houses, they're very boxy, they're very square. You use very muted tones like blacks, whites, and browns. And I think that fits a lot with how Minecraft works. So that's what I did here, and I looked up some modern house pictures online. That's what I usually like to do to get some inspiration for my builds. I like to look up the style of the houses in real life, not in the game, but just like regular real life houses. And so I got inspired to do this specific house, and that's what I'm building here. I only got inspired to do that for the outside of the house. In terms of the interior, it's a bit more difficult to do. I would probably be able to do the floor plan that I found online in The Sims, but not in Minecraft. So I just kind of made my own floor plan, which I ended up really liking. So here I'm just finishing up the walls and the fencing for the mezzanine for the upstairs portion. Before moving downstairs to the kitchen, I had to fix the sink. There was some flooding, which is why there's black blocks everywhere, because I just stopped the water. But I eventually got it under control. And then I used the stone to make cabinets and to make the countertops. I just thought it looked nice, even though it doesn't actually look like any cabinetry. I debated whether or not to make a stove or a refrigerator, but then I just decided to stick with the furnace and the chest. And now we're getting into the toilet. I built a working toilet. I did not come up with this by myself, not at all. I'm not that creative in terms of Minecraft stuff. I looked up a video and I thought this was really cool, and I was really excited to build it. I mean, you can see what I'm building here. It's kind of a lot and it goes really fast. I can link below the video that I used to build the toilet, but it took me a while, and I actually had to expand the house just to accommodate for the toilet. Initially, I was gonna have the bathroom on the upstairs, but then I realized that in order to build this toilet, I needed, I think, 4 or 5 blocks going down, and I only have 1 block of space going down on the upstairs, so I decided to build a bathroom on the bottom floor so I can build into the ground. And so the exterior of the house that you saw earlier is kind of like the first draft of the house, and then I ended up expanding it by, I'm pretty sure, 2 blocks on the left side, and I expanded it by 1 block in the back to accommodate for this toilet. And even so, it still wasn't enough space to accommodate for everything for the toilet. So what I ended up just doing is I ended up covering the rail track and the redstone torch with 2 blocks sticking out on the outside, and then I just covered that up with leaves so that you couldn't really see that was there, because I wanted the outside to look, I didn't want it to look funky. I wanted to look like the box that I wanted, so that's what I did. So after I finished the toilet, I decided to build a bathtub. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do a shower, and then I was like, I spent all this time building a toilet. That was already enough. So I decided to just go with a shower or bathtub instead. So I built this really big bathtub in the corner. And then on the other side of the wall from the toilet, I built a little sink. So then I moved on to my bedroom. Of course, we had a wall of bookcases or bookshelves because I love books. I love reading. So of course I would have a giant bookshelf. Actually, my best friend, she sent me a birthday gift, and she gave me a whole bunch of like candy and food and stuff, but then she gave me all of the Harry Potter books, which is really fun. I've read all of the books and I've seen all the movies, and we both really love Harry Potter. But I talked about how I'm kind of broke, so I just read all of the books online with like PDF files. But I told her how like I miss reading hardback or like paperback books, like physical books, and so she bought me all 7 books for my birthday, which is really nice. So moving on, I was really excited about these couches. Again, this is something that I had to look up, but it looks so good. One of my biggest qualms about Minecraft is that there's no actual seats, which like we don't really need seats, but just in terms of like building a house, I like having chairs, I like having tables and stuff like that. So when I found these like comfy seats, I was really excited. So the actual seat cushion are half beds, like the bottom half of a bed, and then I just used trap doors for the sides. For one of the beds, I used cyan concrete. For one of the beds, for one of the couches, for the love seat in the living room, I used cyan concrete for the backing, and then I just covered it up with a tree from the outside so it looked more uniform. But for the rest of them, I used either trap doors for the back or like the one in the guest bedroom. It's just, there's no backing, which is fine. It could be a chair without a backing. You don't have to look into it too deeply. But yeah, I also added this really cute carpet in the living room with orange and white because I think orange and teal go really well together. Like my bedroom when I was in middle school, I shared with my older sister, and she had the room before me, and then we ended up having to share because my mom had 2 kids after. So ish in the room, all the walls were white except for the main back wall, which was orange. And then at the time, my favorite color was aquamarine, and so all of my stuff was aquamarine, and so it was like aquamarine and orange, and it went really well together. So that's why I had the rug as orange and white, because it goes really well together. So here is the complete house. I think it looks really cool. I'm really excited on how it turned out. Oh, there's a creeper. Can't get up because I didn't build. Oh, there's a skeleton too. I didn't build any steps going towards the house at the time of filming this, but I eventually did so I can, get to the house. But I just love not just the house, but the area. I think small modern houses like in the middle of the woods is like such a great aesthetic, which is why I picked this location. But it's just, there's water everywhere and there's trees everywhere, and there's also bees, which is really cute, which is literally the deciding factor of why I decided to build here, just because there were bees everywhere, and bees are so cute in Minecraft. So we're gonna walk into the house. There's like this little reading nook corner when you first walk in next to the stairs, and then we have the living room with my love seat and chair and this gorgeous glass window where you can look outside to a gorgeous view. And then you walk down the steps. We're gonna go to the kitchen. So I have this cute kitchen with a sink and a range hood, some furnaces, a table, and then a double chest to put all of my food. We walk into the bathroom and we have this working toilet, which it flushes. I'm so excited about that, and the water comes back. I don't know why I'm so excited about that. And then we have the sink and the bathtub. I would love to have this bathroom in real life. It's small, but like I love taking baths and stuff like that. And the working toilet, it just gets me so excited. All right, and then we go up the stairs and we have this little desk study area, and then we have the guest bedroom with a double bed and a little painting on top of the door. And then moving on into my bedroom, which is the biggest, of course, because it's my house. It's very simple, but I really like it. I would love to have this room in real life. I would say the only thing I'm missing is like a dance area, because that's how I work out. So if this was like an actual house, I'd need to incorporate that. But yeah, this is the final product. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching that as much as I enjoyed making it. Have a good day.